Hello folks, and welcome back to the Formula One paddock with me, Will Buxton, and Lawrence Barretto from F1.com. Qualifying for the 2020 Austrian Grand Prix has just finished, and we stand down here at Ferrari because Charles Leclerc is in P7 but Sebastian Vettel is down in P11. It is the talk of the paddock. Lawrence, we expected, and the drivers expected, and they told us so on Thursday, a difficult weekend ahead. Is this worse than you were expecting?
Oh, definitely. There were gasps in the room that we were watching the action because no one expected Ferrari to go out for Q3. Basically, when we came into this weekend, we knew it was going to be difficult. But when we say difficult, we're talking 5th, 6th, maybe 7th. We weren't expecting Vettel to be on the bubble. It was extraordinary.
I mean, to be fair, a couple of little mistakes from Sebastian cost him the chance to go through into Q3. But it's not like Ferrari have been up in the top echelons for this whole weekend. They've been struggling throughout.
They've been chasing all the way through the weekend. I think the key thing that we've noticed, Rob, is the lack of straight line speed. It's not just the works team, it's Alfa Romeo and Haas. They've all said that the straight line speed from their engine is down. We're talking 0.4, 0.5 seconds. That's huge. You can't lose that over that.
No, and if you look at the results of qualifying, Alfa Romeo failed to get out of Q1. Romain Grosjean only just squeaked through into Q2. Kevin Magnussen, of course, also going out in Q1. And George Russell, were it not for a couple of little mistakes from him, might well have out-qualified both of those Haas cars as well. Is it as simple as it's just the power unit, do you think, or is there something deeper issue at Ferrari?
Well, as you hinted, well, they've got the same car that they had at Barcelona testing, and they've not changed it since then. We're waiting for Hungary for this new car, this new direction. But I don't think they were expecting on the aero side that it was going to be so difficult for them. Both drivers haven't been comfortable with the car all weekend, and I think that will be a concern kind of going into tomorrow's race, but also from next weekend's race at the same venue.
I remember at the launch of the car, and when they stated their aims with the car and the philosophy behind it, and they said they'd stuck very much the philosophy of last year. They just added downforce to the car. And I know we were sitting there scratching our heads and asking, is that really the best step for Ferrari to have taken? And I know a lot of people were questioning that at the time.
I think it's slightly concerning because ironically on Friday when I was doing the data analysis, they were actually quicker with the low speed corners, so they've made gains there.
Well, as they were in testing as well. Through the final sector, Ferrari looked good.
And that's great, but not if you've lost a bunch more time in the medium speed and low speed corners and you've lost straight line speed. My concern with the engine, actually on that note, is you can't change it after the first race of the season. You can make minor modifications. That means they're going to be stuck with that power unit for the whole season.
The other big issue is when we left testing, we said, look, Mercedes look great, Red Bull probably second fastest team. And then we said, well, maybe Racing Point are third quickest. And people say, don't be ridiculous. Ferrari are top 3. There's no way anybody else has got ahead of Ferrari. And yet on the basis of today, realistically now, Racing Point and McLaren have got a faster car than Ferrari.
Definitely. The way that Lando Norris put that lap together was beautiful, and he made the best of that car. And I think Carlos had a few issues, but I think that and Racing Point's form, both drivers were so impressive there. I think that's got to send a few concerns down their way.
Yeah, I think if Carlos had got it together today, and if Lance had got it together today as well, there's every possibility that Charles Leclerc would be starting this thing from P9.
Exactly.
And Renault aren't far off them either. So, I don't think it's necessarily drastic. I don't think it's a terrible situation for Ferrari. Certainly not when you consider they've got this new car in the mix for Hungary. And as the drivers said, this was going to be a circuit and 2 weekends where they weren't expecting it to go their way. What can we hope for from the race? Will it be a better race car than a qualifying car?
So traditionally, Ferrari last year were better in the race. So I think they are going to set up. It's going to be warmer tomorrow, and I think that's going to be helpful for them actually overall. They'll be better on the tyres and that sort of thing. So I think it's not going to look as bad tomorrow, but they're still going to be struggling.
So do we fall into the mantra of there's no points on Saturday, make our mind up on Sunday, or are we right to be worried?
Oh, I think there should be a level of concern there because they were so far down and that Sebastian was kind of out of that initial drop down. But I think let's wait till race day and see if that really follows through. Often they make a step, but can they make that step that's big enough? I don't know.
It's going to be fascinating to find out. Of course, 2 races here in Austria for all the teams. If Ferrari are on the back foot, it means that by the time that new car comes in Hungary, they're going to have an awful lot to make up. That's it from Lawrence and myself for now. We'll join you again on race day.